And I'm Brett.
And this is Pearl!
It's a 1991 Coachman Catalina Sport Class C RV built on a Chevy G30 van chassis. It's got a 5.7 liter V8 throttle body injection, so it's got a basic fuel injection system instead of carbureted. That was one of the big selling features for this versus a little bit older. And it's also already got 16-inch wheels instead of the 16.5-inch wheels, which are a problem for I think a couple years older than this one. Then you'd have to change out all the wheels or risk not being able to find a tire if you ever have a blowout. Or they're if you do find them, I think they're just a lot more expensive.
So let me show you the outside of the RV. We have the storage here that we normally lock it. Yes, it locks. And this is storage. So we put some tool, we put some
Parts to change the tire.
Oil change, and some milk. See, but it's cool storage. And we have the awning, but the fabric have to be changed out because
it's got some holes in it.
Yep.
But we may or may not replace it.
So yeah, it gotta be changed. And water hookup.
Right now we only have the one hookup, which needs pressure, city water, and we need to add a gravity fill when we do the renovation.
Yep. And it's another storage. This is for water hose and
Wheel chocks.
Wheel chocks and
Some other stuff.
Kind of cool. And this is the water heater area.
It works, but it's quite old. I did some maintenance on it, but I think we're probably going to replace it.
Yep.
Just so that we have something that's reliable.
Follow me to the back. And this spare tire and this ladder, which means we got a chain too because it's broken right now. Brett almost fall.
I almost died last week using the ladder, knowing that I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
So we don't know if we're going to replace it or if we're just going to patch up the fiberglass when we do the other work, take this one off, and use a collapsible portable ladder instead.
In here we have a sewer hose storage. We're not sure it's not gonna fit, but it's fit perfect. So this side. So should we talk about this? That we close in. This used to be the fridge.
The vent for the propane fridge.
The propane fridge, but we closed it down because we got different fridge now.
Yeah, we installed a 12-volt fridge, so we didn't need all that. So we insulated and just left a little bit of ventilation.
Yep. And this is the
electrical hookup.
And this is another storage.
Nope.
What is it?
Propane tank.
This is the propane tank. Okay. This is the propane tank. It need to be fixed up.
Yeah, we need to remove it and do some painting. It's in really good shape. It's just the old paint's gone and it's got some surface rust. But these are pretty expensive, so we're hoping that we can restore this one.
Yep, and it's work right now.
Yeah. I think it's 12 gallons.
And this is another storage that we... This is another storage that we keep labeling blocks to label parking while we're parking. And down here is the generator, which is a little bit difficult to open. It's not working right now. Let's check out on the inside. All right, this is our cap bed, which is really big. Let me show how big it is.
It's huge.
It's huge. I think it's bigger than
The main bed in the back.
the main bed. Yeah, it is. And this can be 2 people.
It's
Can
like
sleep in here.
the width of a queen bed and a foot longer than a queen bed.
Yep, it's gonna be storage for now, right? Yeah. So this is our dinette. Normally the table go down for the bed for our dog Chelsea. So this is her bed. And up here is all the cabinet. Now it's just the storage for our stuff. So this side is our kitchen. This is oven, which still clean, nothing using, and we didn't use it last trip neither. So, but we used the stove, which is awesome. All of them working. And this used to be a microwave, but we took it out and turned into the storage, which is awesome. And our sink, I don't really like much because it's not deep enough to work, or we don't have enough countertop, but we're gonna change it out, right? So have all the storage for stuff. And it's pot and pan for now, but pretty much our kitchen gonna renovate all of it. So all right, keep going. And oh, this is our new fridge. We love it. This is awesome. And we built this cabinet, the whole thing for the fridge, because our own fridge doesn't work. So we have to redo all the cabinet and stuff. And this fridge
Runs off 12-volt batteries instead of propane and
Yep.
120-volt AC.
Yep.
So we can just
And-
run this off of batteries without needing to plug in.
All the storage we need is work perfect. And we have more storage down here, which is awesome. And this is our bed. It's a little bit smaller than the queen bed, but it's perfect for us. And it have storage up here, which is we put clothes, and this is both of them. It's worked perfectly.
How about those window covers?
I made it. What is it? it's my work.
What do they look like closed?
Let's see. Ta-da! It's made from drop cloth.
Painting drop cloths.
Yeah. And
So it's
worked
pretty cheap.
Perfect. And it worked perfect for us.
It blocks quite a bit of heat.
Yeah, it worked. So this is our cover for bathroom and toilet.
Temporarily.
Temporary. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. So our tub. Right now we don't use the tub because of the just the wood panel.
It's just painted wood and we don't want
We don't
to.
want to ruin the wall and stuff,
Yeah.
so we don't use the shower.
So once we rebuild, we'll be able to use it.
Yeah. And this is our toilet, working great. We're probably gonna move this thing and turn into the cabinet. The whole thing will turn into a cabinet. That's it. It's beautiful.
It is freaking hot. Katai never sweats, and she's sweating today, so you know it's hot. And I'm definitely sweating. I always do. So Katai showed you all the great things about our RV, and I'm going to show you the things that we need to fix.
All right.
So starting at the front, This panel is some type of fiberglass or Phylon, and the previous owners hit a tree or something, or maybe a tree limb fell on it in a storm, but it's got some damage up there. It looks like they sealed it up. There's no current leaks right now from the inside, but we're going to replace this entire panel and with new Phylon or fiberglass, and we're going to remove this window so that we don't have to worry about the window leaking up here, as it's one of the most common places for Class C RVs to leak and get wood rot. So also in this area, when we're redoing this panel up here, we're going to have to replace this piece down here. It's corroding. I think it's some kind of plastic fiberglass concoction, but from the previous water damage, it started to rot away. So we're gonna have to take off the entire overcab area to replace that. Then moving around, so you can see on the windows, the previous owners did some kind of spray sealant. We've already tested an area, and acetone removes that. So we're gonna have to remove all the windows anyway to replace the butyl tape, the rubber seals, and at the same time we'll clean up all of this spray adhesive off of the fiberglass. So, by the way, this is fiberglass. It looks like aluminum, which is the most common siding that RVs are made out of, but it's actually fiberglass. So.
Yep.
Kratai mentioned that the awning fabric has some tears. It's mostly around the top. We could probably patch them, but we're not sure for the kind of adventuring that we'll do that we'll really use the awning much.
Yep.
So we may not reinstall the awning at all, or if we do, we may keep this fabric or put on new fabric. We're not sure yet. The step needs to be replaced. It is not durable at all. It works good enough for us, but I wouldn't want other people using it. Little things, we need to find some new fender skirts. I already found them once on eBay, we just haven't ordered them yet. And I've actually found something, a universal rubber one, that may look better and last longer. The biggest thing on this side of the RV though is if you come along here to get the side of it, I'm not sure if you can see it in this light. Can you see here?
Not
fiberglass
really.
is starting to delaminate in some places. Can you see it flexing?
Yeah.
So we've got some work to do with that, but it's basically finding some access to it and injecting some epoxy back down between the fiberglass and the wood again, and then putting some bracing on until that cures.
Yep.
To hold it in place. So that will be a fun project.
You can see a little bit wavily right here.
Can you see it from here?
Yep.
So this is probably the worst area on the whole RV is right here. But with these windows out, we'll be able to inject epoxy from there and probably up through the fender well.
Yep.
So once we do that, we'll put some plywood across here and then brace it all up at once. This ladder has to come off. We're not sure if we're going to put another ladder on the back or just use a portable ladder. There's some fiberglass that got damaged. The ladder used to come all the way down here. So we just sealed this up with some Eternabond just so that we could use it this summer. And not have any more water damage. Also, the previous owner must have caught a tree or something, so the corner molding is bent up here, so that piece of corner molding will need to be replaced, and we'll need to probably replace some rotten wood behind here in this section. There's also some fiberglass work that needs to be done behind the spare tire here. I'm not sure if you can get in there and see it.
Nah.
Can you see the cracks right there? If you get in there close. So right now the spare tire is just mounted to a piece of plywood from the interior going through the fiberglass, and we're probably going to patch up the fiberglass and do a spare tire mount from the bumper, something that's more sturdy and won't do any damage to the fiberglass again once we repaired it. This side of the RV is actually in really good shape.
Yep.
When we redo the corner molding, we'll fix that and seal that up, but we don't really have as much delamination over here as we do on the other side. Then other than that, the RV is in great running condition. So we actually just took a 5,000 or 6,000 mile road trip. We've been on a couple other camping trips. We just fixed enough things on it so that we could use it through this summer. We bought it back in the spring, but we wanted to use it as much as possible and travel in it before we started renovating, so that we'd know what things we want to improve, what things that we like the way they are, and how much power we'd use was a big one.
Yep.
You know, right now we have a 100 amp hour lead acid battery, so we can only use 50 amps of that, and it almost was enough for the things that we wanted to do, except for run the air conditioner.
Right.
So currently we can't run the air conditioner unless we're plugged in.
Yep.
But it powered the fridge, it charged our laptops, it ran the lights, it ran the 2 fans on the roof. So
It's
it was
working.
almost enough for us.
Right.
So we mentioned the ladder, so I won't be climbing on the roof right now. But the roof membrane, at minimum, the rubber roof membrane will have to be replaced, which we already planned for. But there's also some soft spots in the roof from the inside. I'm not sure if it'll show up on camera, but it's soft right here, and up on the roof you can tell that there's been water damage before. So we're probably going to have to replace some sections of the roof while we're replacing the rubber membrane.
Yep.
When we do the overcab area, there's not much, there's no damage to the wood siding on this side, but on this side over here, climb up,
You get it.
you can see that the paneling's actually soft from the inside.
Yeah.
So when we do the overcab, we're probably going to have to strip everything down to fiberglass, rip all of this area out, and replace everything.
Yep. Careful.
So this area over here is the side of the, it's got the corner molding on the exterior that's been damaged. So there's actually some soft spots in the wall here. It's not quite as bad as the overcab, but we'll be ripping all of that out to replace it as well.
And we're gonna redo all the cabinet, right?
Yes, all of the cabinets will be redone. We're probably going to remove this wall and remove this tall closet just to give better visibility out the back window when driving, and also to open it up in here.
Yep.
Let me show you underneath the bed.
Okay.
Under the bed is where our propane furnace is, our freshwater tank, and our water heater over there in the corner. Not sure if it'll show up on camera, but it's extremely dusty under here from our last road trip, and that's because the back wall panel is loose, and you can actually see daylight down there. That's daylight looking down at the ground, and when we drive on bumpy dirt roads, it actually lets all the dust come in.
We was in a storm dust.
A dust storm.
A dust storm.
Yeah. But that's it. We got a lot of plans for it. We got a lot of work to do, but we're pretty excited. It seems like we've got a lot of work to do, which we do. But looking at the whole picture, which was about 3 years ago, we decided we were going to buy a Sprinter. Yeah, a high roof Ford Transit or Sprinter van. And we've been saving up and repositioning ourselves in new jobs that we can work from home and also anywhere on the road.
Yep.
So when we came back from our Thailand trip earlier this year, we were ready to go
Get a van.
get a van. And
But
the prices on them are just so insane.
hi.
When we looked at the budget of what it was going to cost us just to buy a van, never mind do all the work to it,
Right.
we decided that we'd rather save that money and buy something affordable like this. And by the time we're done renovating this, even if we have to rip it down to the bare bones and rebuild everything new, it's going to be cheaper than what the van would have cost us, even used.
Yeah.
Never mind with the conversion renovation costs.
Yeah. But we love doing this thing anyway.
Yeah.
We love doing renovation and all those stuff. So it's going to be our project. It's going to be a great project.
We look forward to the project. We've got a lot of work to do.
Got a lot of work to do.
Before this winter, and then once the exterior is sealed up, we can take our time doing the work on the interior. We have experience. We owned a woodworking business that both of us built custom furniture. We've done a lot of home renovations. We completely gutted and remodeled plumbing and all our own bathroom.
Yeah.
So this will be a lot of new challenges, but I'm sure that we'll be able to do it.
And we're ready for it too.
Yeah. Yeah. We hope that you enjoy this and subscribe.
Stick around,
yeah.
see how Pearl doing.
So our next video should be starting to do some work on the overcab area, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. See you next one.